Knowledge becomes really such only when it is assimilated in the mind of the learner and shows in his character. Beneath the instinct to fight, there lurks a diviner instinct to love. Tranquility is courage in repose. It is a statical manifestation of valor. As daring deeds are a dynamical, a truly brave man is ever serene. He is never taken by surprise. Nothing ruffles the equanimity of his spirit. The feeling of distress is the root of benevolence. Therefore, a benevolent man is ever mindful of those who are suffering and in distress. Did not Socrates, all the while he unflinchingly refused to concede one iota of loyalty to his demon, obey with equal fidelity and equanimity the command of his earthly master, the state? His conscience he followed, alive, his country he served, dying. Alack the day when a state grows so powerful as to demand of its citizens the dictates of their consciences. A samurai was essentially a man of action. Bushido as an independent code of ethics may vanish, but its power will not perish from the earth. Its schools of martial prowess or civic honor may be demolished, but its light and its glory will long survive their ruins, like its symbolic flower. After it is blown to the four winds, it will still bliss mankind with the perfume with which it will enrich life. Chivalry is itself the poetry of life. Schliege, philosophy of history. Dishonor is like a scar on a tree, which time, instead of effacing, only helps to enlarge. Mencius. Spiritual service, be it of priest or teacher, was not to be repaid in gold or silver, not because it was valueless, but because it was invaluable. When the delicious perfume of the sakura quickens the morning air, as the sun in its course rises to illumine first the hills of the Far East, few sensations are more serenely exhilarating than to inhale, as it were, the very breath of beauteous day. Human life has sorrow. They who meet must part. He that is born must die. Tranquility is courage in repose. Bushido, the sense of honor which cannot bear being looked down upon as an inferior power, that was the strongest of motives. Filial piety, which is considered one of the two wheels of the chariot of Japanese ethics, loyalty being the other. When men's fowls and dogs are lost, they know to seek for them again, but they lose their mind and do not know to seek for it. In the heat of battle, he remains cool. In the midst of catastrophes, he keeps level his mind. You are to be proud of your enemy, then the success of your enemy is your success also. Death for a cause unworthy of dying for was called a dog's death. To rush into the thick of battle and to be slain in it, says a prince of Mito, is easy enough, and the merest churl is equal to the task. But he continues, "It is true courage to live when it is right to live, and to die only when it is right to die." And yet, the prince had not even heard of the name of Plato, who defines courage as the knowledge of things that a man should fear, and that he should not fear. Rectitude is the power of deciding upon a certain course of conduct in accordance with reason, without wavering, to die when it is right to die, to strike when to strike is right. Chivalry is a flower no less indigenous to the soil of Japan than its emblem, the cherry blossom, nor is it a dried-up specimen of an antique virtue preserved in the herbarium of our history. It is a living object of power and beauty among us, and if it assumes no tangible shape or form, it not the less scents the moral atmosphere, and makes us aware that we are still under its fond spell. The conditions of society which brought it forth and nourished it have long disappeared, but as those far-off stars which once were, and are not, still continue to shed their rays upon us, so the light of chivalry, which was a child of feudalism, still illuminates our moral path, surviving its mother institution. There are, if I may so say, three powerful spirits which have from time to time moved on the face of the waters and given a predominant impulse to the moral sentiments and energies of mankind. These are the spirits of liberty, of religion, and of honor. Harlem, Europe in the Middle Ages. The spiritual aspect of valor is evidenced by composure, calm presence of mind. Tranquility is courage in repose. It is a brave act of valor to contemn death, but where life is more terrible than death, it is then the truest valor to dare to live. Indeed, valor and honor alike require that we should own as enemies in war only such as prove worthy of being friends in peace. Read Hearn, the most eloquent and truthful interpreter of the Japanese mind, and you see the working of that mind to be an example of the working of Bushido. Courage is doing what is right. Righteousness, according to Mencius, is a straight and narrow path which a man ought to take to regain the lost paradise. Virtues are no less contagious than vices. Democracy raises up a natural prince for its leader, and aristocracy infuses a princely spirit among the people. Nietzsche spoke for the samurai heart when he wrote, "You are to be proud of your enemy, then the success of your enemy is your success also." Indeed, valor and honor alike require that we should own as enemies in war only such as prove worthy of being friends in peace.